What's up, YouTube? This your boy Ron G, and I'm coming back with another video, and this video is going to explain what Ratchet, Tony 2 Wild, and all these other guys was talking about, Rob Dollars, about what happened with the sneaker game when they first got authentic carbon fiber. So let's get with it.
Question for you. What are those?
First of all, this was the original carbon fiber that they had that was fake. As you can see, the carbon fiber is plastic. Okay, it's not even carbon fiber, it's just a big sheet of thick plastic. This is authentic. This is an authentic pair. This is the way the carbon fiber should look compared it to. This is a pair of authentic 2000. This is the way the carbon fiber was back in the days on the originals. Not the originals, but the authentics. This is after we did the wood burner test. And boy, oh boy, do I have a treat for you guys today. Bam! We are going to do the wood burning technique. Now, normally what would happen is, you see how that's gray right there and that's white? I would take a gray, color and get a paintbrush and brush it over the entire top, sandpaper it down, brush it over the top, and sandpaper it down. Well, I don't have gray paint right now, so we're just gonna have to go with the wood burner technique. First of all, what you do is you plug the wood burner in, and it's extremely hot. If you touch yourself, you will burn yourself, hands down. So you want to take the individual squares that go around it. I don't know if you see all the smoke coming from this thing. It is very difficult to hold the camera and do it at the same time. Now what we're doing is taking out individual squares right now with the wood burning pin. You see this? Individual squares. Oh, messed up a little right there, messed up right there. It was always okay if you mess up a little bit, because in the end, and I don't know if I have sandpaper, but you would sandpaper this down. The reason you do this is because back then they had different types of carbon fiber. They had the kind that was looked like it could break when you touch it, like it was individual squares. They had the kind that was one flat type base, kind of like this one, but a little bumpy. And they had that kind that was also flat, but a lot of lines in them, okay? So this is the way it would look afterwards, right? So as you can see, it's too defined, right? So what we would do is take kind of the pen and put it through it right here, just kind of make some lines all parallel real quick. You don't want to hold the pen on there, because what the pen would do is actually kind of take off the see how that's all messed up right there. It's not actually a good job, but I hadn't done this in a while, guys. We used to do this to perfect this thing back in the days, man. So once again, you go back over, do your line, and in the end, you would have a crunchy type texture. It wouldn't be that great, but then again, there was all type of different type of carbon fibers, guys. Like back then, this would never check. This wouldn't be able to take a legit check. You wouldn't be able to go into a store and do this. But with this, like it is back in the days, you could get away with this. This is how bad fakes were back then. And it's not the best of the job, but it is different. Now, if you pull out the other pair and you saw it before, then this would be something different. So you think in your mind, well, I don't know if these real or fake, because the carbon fiber, I hadn't seen this carbon fiber before, right? And it was different. We do different things, guys. If you look at the two reds of these things are totally different. But what is funny is, you know how bad the Jumpman was on these shoes? Equally so, the Jumpman was just as bad on both of them. That's how terrible stuff was back then for JB. And its inconsistencies of these shoes to this day remain the same. It's a little bit easier to legit check. It's a lot of trial and error on this stuff. This is not the greatest jobs that I done, but it wasn't really that great back then either. Sometimes you would mess up the black squares, and you would need to take a marker and fix that a little bit. You need to also, after you fix it, you need to also shave it back down again. 10-year process, you know what I'm saying? Like literally guys were doing this not to be called out. Steel brush sometimes, and I'd take a steel brush right after I put the black marker on it, because you wanted to get it, you didn't want the marker to be shining, and I'd take this left and right, and then once again you're scraping off what you just did. I'm sure Tony had another method. I'm sure Rupert had another method. I forgot about one thing. The fingernail polish. Look at this. Give it that glossy type look. Oh man, bruh. And this was it. This was it. Oh man, guys, this is super funny, man. Let's go see if we can look at it in the light a little bit, man. Let's go see if we can look at it in the light. Let's go see if we can look at it in the light. Oh, this was it, guys. This was it, man. This is so funny. It brings back so many memories.
I can take credit from me, I was already lit when they found me. Any